What if you only min-maxed a few frames first, and those choices made everything else in Warframe faster, cheaper, and easier? Not someday, right now. Imagine your relics cracked quicker, your resources stacking without stress, and tough missions feeling calm. That's the plan today. I'm going to show you the best Warframes to optimize first, why they pay you back the fastest, and how that choice snowballs your whole account. Before we start, tell me your order in the comments and why. And if this helps you plan your builds, a quick like and sub goes a long way and lets me keep making guides like this. Here's the simple truth I learned the hard way. You don't need to perfect every frame. You need to perfect the right frames first. Prioritize the ones that either make more loot, save the most time, or keep you alive with low effort. If a frame does two of those, it jumps to the front. Once those few are tuned, the game opens up. Your arcanes come faster, your shards and Forma feel plentiful, even your guns hit harder because you can farm the parts to build them right. Let's set the mindset. Maxing builds isn't about bragging rights, it's about return on effort. A good build pays you back every mission you run. It trims minutes off your routes, makes vaults clean, and turns almost drops into guaranteed gains. When you choose the right frames, your hour in game buys you more progress. That's the real grind hack. So we'll start with frames that print value, then move to frames that cut mission time, and close with frames that make hard content feel easy. I'm starting with Ivara because she quietly makes you rich. Stealth is power in this game, and Prowl gives you both safety and extra drops through pickpocketing. A tuned Ivara makes spy vaults stress-free and repeatable, which matters more than people think. You'll run spy a lot for relics and specific mods. With long duration and good efficiency, Prowl stays on without constant energy juggling. Slot the infiltrate, augment, and laser grids stop being puzzles and turn into doorways. Sleep Arrow lets you set up finishers and keep the stealth multiplier rolling. The reason to min-max Ivara early is simple. She turns careful play into steady profit. You'll get more rare parts, more mods, and smoother clears with almost zero risk. Cora is next because she does two jobs at once. With Pilfering Strangledom and good range, she multiplies drops. With a Whipclaw tuned like a melee nuke, she clears rooms while the dome holds enemies in place. Build her with range and strength. In survival and defense, a sharp Cora is a loot fountain that also keeps you safe. That's time turned into resources without thinking too hard. She's perfect for long sessions where you want the screen handled and your inventory growing. Necros sits beside them as the third loot engine. Despoil shifts Desecrate to health, so it runs and runs as long as you're sustaining. Pair him with Equilibrium or Orb Generation, and you're folding every corpse into 2 or 3 piles of stuff. He won't usually kill the map by himself. He doesn't need to. Necros is a multiplier for anything else you do. Build him once, bring the right weapon, and your drop tables love you. This is why you min-max him early. He makes every other farm shine. Now let's talk time. Volt is one of the best ways to chop mission time without sacrificing control. Speed shaves minutes off every route. Electric Shield boosts gun crits and damage, which matters for precise fights and fast clears. Discharge locks down big areas on demand. A polished Volt makes fissures, bounties, and on-foot captures feel brisk and simple. He scales with investment too. Stronger shields and better strength turn your usual guns into reliable workhorses that eat objectives. Titania is your ticket to 2-minute loops. Razorwing makes you tiny, quick, and hard to hit. Dex Pixia, tuned right, melts crowds and priority targets. With Razorwing Blitz, frequent casts keep your speed high, so you're zipping between objectives before enemies react. This is perfect for capture and exterminate fissures, as well as bounties where travel time eats the clock. Trim a couple minutes from every run, and your hour in game suddenly fits more progress. Wukong removes friction. Celestial Twin doubles your gun pressure while you move like a ghost. Cloudwalker skips crowded rooms, picks you up if you trip, and makes annoying tiles a non-issue. A tuned Wukong with a strong gun feels like 2 carries for the price of 1. He won't print extra loot like Necros or Cora. He prints time. Fewer deaths, fewer stalls, fewer headaches. That's value you feel every day. Mesa is comfort and speed in one slot. Peacemaker clears rooms, while Shatter Shield keeps you safe from gunfire. With the right strength and duration, she becomes a press, aim, relax solution for fissures, defense, and fast relic cracking. The return here is mental energy and consistency. You can clear chores even when you're tired. You can push steel path trash without sweating. A min-maxed Mesa is the reliable friend you call when you want results without fuss. Now for safety and control. Revenant is a cheat code for staying alive. Mesmer Skin gives charges that stun and protect on hit. With good strength and smart duration, you keep those charges rolling while you delete the threat in front of you. Reeve handles tanky enemies and refills you when you need it. You won't always be the fastest clearer, but Revenant lets you push content you're not geared for yet and still win. That unlocks arcanes, shards, and drops earlier than you'd expect. That's a huge return. Styanax is a team booster who also carries. Rally Point patches energy and armor for everyone nearby. Tharos Strike strips armor and heals you. Final Stand cleans groups that you've softened. With strength and range, you become a leader who keeps the squad stable and the room under control. He shines in boss fights, defense, and any mission where armor strip and team sustain matter. Min-maxing him early gives you a flexible slot that helps others while still deleting targets. Corvex brings calm to chaos. He defines the space, softens armor, and stacks steady damage in a lane or a room. In defense, interception, and long survival runs, a good Corvex turns scary tiles into training wheels. Range and strength are your friends here. You build a safe zone where enemies melt while you and the team work. He's not about speed. He's about making the run clean and repeatable, which is often how you get the drops that actually matter. Colorvo is the melee answer for, I want it dead now. He has Overguard built in, sticks to targets with Wrathful Advance, and loves heavy attacks. Give him a melee set that favors crits and heavy hits, add the right strength and survivability, and watch elites and mini-bosses vanish. He's perfect when you want tough exterminate routes or disruption runs to feel short and satisfying. The return here is kill speed on high-value targets and low downtime between rooms. Let me pause on the big why behind this order. Avara, Korra, and Necros turn time into rewards. Volt, Titania, Wukong, and Mesa turn minutes into seconds. Revenant, Styanax, and Corvex turn stress into wins. Kullervo turns big threats into speed bumps. When you min-max those rolls first, you build a flywheel. More drops fund more Forma and Arcanes. Faster runs fund more runs. Safer pushes unlock better rewards. Everything starts compounding. Now, the problem most players hit is spreading Forma thin across too many frames and weapons. You get a lot of almost builds that feel okay but never amazing. You also waste time on mismatched stats. Too much strength on a frame that wants range. Too little duration on a kit that needs uptime. Or you chase 4 different roles with one frame and end up mid at everything. That slows progress, burns out your patience, and makes the game feel like chores. Here's how to solve it. Start with 1 loot frame, 1 speed frame, and 1 safety frame. That trio covers your daily loop and funds the rest. If you like stealth, make Avara your loot pick. If you like set and forget, pick Necros or Korra. For speed, choose Volt for team play or Titania for solo routes. For safety, pick Revenant. Those 3 alone will change your account in a week. After that, round out comfort with Mesa or Wukong. Add Styanax if you enjoy team support with Bite, and bring in Corvex if you like defense or endurance knights. Colorvo slots in when you want a melee hammer that just works. Finally, let's do a quick how-to without going spreadsheet mode. I have shown you all the builds for the Warframes included here earlier, but I know some of you would want some specifics on why did I chose those mods. So basically, Ivara wants duration and efficiency for Prowl, with Infiltrate if you do lots of Spy. A touch of strength helps Artemis Bow if you use it, but it's not required. Korra wants range for the Strangledome coverage, and strength so Whipclaw hits hard, while its Augment and the melee mods will give you more damage further. Necros wants range so Desecrate reaches, then Sustain for Despoil, Equilibrium, or a source of orbs. If you are going solo mode farming, then best to have Shield of Shadows for easy damage reduction and good survivability. Volt wants duration and efficiency to keep speed and shields rolling, plus plus enough strength to buff shots through the shield and stun crowds with discharge. Titania wants duration for Razorwing comfort and strength to juice Dex Pixia, with casts to maintain blitz. Wukong wants durability and a top-tier gun, or maxing a melee slam would also count as a good option for your first optimized Warframe combo. And of course, Cloudwalker smooths everything else. Mesa wants strength and duration for Peacemaker feel and Shatter Shield uptime. Keep her mobile and safe. Revenant wants strength and duration for Mesmer Skin comfort. Add range only if you like Reaving groups. Styanax wants strength for Armor Strip and Team Sustain, with enough range to cover allies. Corvex wants strength and range, so his space control and damage tick matter. But honestly, I would pick this Warframe at the end, after maxing all primary farming Warframes like Titania, Wukong, and any looter frame. This is really fun with the new Arcane Universal Fallout, as it lets you sustain his 4th skill, and you become a walking laser beam with immortality. While Kullervo wants a melee tuned for heavy attacks, plus the strength and health to swing with confidence. He's the god of melee because of Wrathful Advance, and thanks to his new augment, this Warframe has better survivability right now, and close to being immortal with Overguard generation. Arcanes and Shards are polish, not the whole build. Arcane Energize makes a lot of kits feel smooth, especially Avara, Titania, and Volt. Molt Augmented is almost free strength. Molt Efficiency is great for duration-heavy kits like Avara and Titania. Mesa and Kullervo prefer damage arcanes. For shards, red shards for strength are safe on most of these frames, while blue shards for energy sustain feel great on Ivara, Volt, and Titania. Don't stall your progress waiting for perfect shards. Get the core build right, then upgrade. Helminth is a tool, not a crutch. Use it to shore up a gap. Eclipse or Roar on guns forward frames like Mesa or Wukong is a safe pick. Nourish can help builds that crave energy or viral bonuses. Styanax doesn't need a swap, but Roar never hurts. Revenant is already sturdy. A damage buff makes Reave cleanup faster. Keep your kit's identity. You're adding a missing piece, not rewriting the frame. Here's the fun part, the moment it clicks. You do a full session with your 3-frame core. Ivara prints relics and rare mods without alarms. Titania turns your Fisher captures into 2-minute sprints. Revenant carries you through content you used to avoid. You finish the night with more plat options, more arcanes, and a pile of Forma blueprints. Next session, your Mesa gets her final Forma. Suddenly, relic cracking turns into press, aim, done. Next, Volt gets his shards, and your bounty routes feel like track day. A week later, Cora joins the party, and your survival runs become loot marathons. That's not theory. That's how compounding feels in this game. If you want a clean 30-day path, keep it simple. Week 1, finish and Forma your loot frame, speed frame, and safety frame. Run missions that feed those builds, spy, fissures, bounties, and a few longer farms for arcanes. Week 2, polish your main gun and stat stick, then add Mesa or Wukong for comfort runs. Week 3, bring in Styanax or Corvex depending on what you queue most, team content or defense and endurance. Week 4, craft your melee hammer with Kullervo and start pushing faster exterminate and disruption routes. By the end of the month, you're not trying to progress. You're choosing what to chase because you have options. A quick note on testing. Paper stats lie if they don't match your rote. If your Avara struggles with energy in long prowl runs, add efficiency or an energy tool. If your Titania dips on casts, tweak duration or your rhythm to keep blitz rolling. If Mesa feels squishy, adjust duration for Shatter Shield uptime and check your positioning. If Volt's discharge isn't locking enough, nudge strength or range. Small tweaks turn fine into finished. This is the part where some players ask, what about my favorite frame? Build it, enjoy it. But if your goal is faster progress with less stress, start with this core. These frames pay you back every night you log in. They buy you time, they buy you drops, and they buy you comfort. After they're done, the rest of your collection is easier to finish because your account is already working for you. All right, that's the list and the plan. I want to hear your version now. Which frame are you min-maxing next, and what mission are you building it for? Drop your order in the comments so others can steal your ideas. And if this guide helped you pick your first 3 frames, tapping like and subscribing is the best way to support the channel. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck on your farms, and I'll see you in the next one.